Hello everyone. Hey Vicendo, welcome. Welcome to everyone else as well. Is bear starting? We'll do bear here on the farm quickly, then bear on the main, then we'll do canyon. I slept very little last few nights, so with the travels and the early planes, so I'll see what I can do tonight. We'll be on for 2 hours at least and see, if I'm still awake a bit later. And the gift code is just like a, like a regular gift code, just a one-time use for the first person using it. It's not for everybody, it's just work once. Badikali. So we have that to do. That's gonna be the last one. On the farm, and hopefully someone take me over. So might not happen. So I don't get the rewards. I don't really care actually, that's okay. Let's clear the red dots quickly, but we'll do bear. Probably don't do a full bear, I'll switch to the main, I'll do my points and that's gonna be it. It's gonna be good enough that way. Did I buy a treasure unpack? Not on the farm, right? The farm is free to play, so I did not. I got 83, which I'll keep for next time, I think. I'm curious to see if it's gonna increase after we got T12. Or we might play a bit if you want to. We can use the ones on the farm if you want to, but I don't think it gives much. And somehow I have a feeling that I'm missing a bit on the farm. Maybe I missed some task, during the holiday. Some days were a bit rough, like, time-wise to play, so if I drop an account, will be definitely the farm, so... How much you should get as a free-to-play? You should get 80, so I had 3 left. So that's all accurate, all good. I got the one What the best choice to go for treasure hunt? It depends on what you need, to be honest. You see people going for quite a few different things nowadays. We'll look at it in a sec. I'm just gonna finish arena and then join bear. Let's hope I'm winning this one. I don't care, but... Bear in 5, so we'll look after I join the first, wave of rallies. Pets are up? Yes. I think they actually do full march, but I really love the little, purple icon, like not purple, yellow, orange, actually, icon here. Telling you what's available and what's not. That's pretty good for bear trap. So what do you do? Most people will do that, to be honest. If you miss a mythic gear, some people, I've seen a lot of these actually. With T12 on the corner, some people did the speed ups because you need so much. People that are very, that are very good hero gear, they do charms, mostly. So the least popular is probably the design plan and the essence stone. I've seen a lot of speed ups, charms, and a bit of lucky hero gear chest as well. All of these are okay choices, to be honest. Nobody to help. Are we getting lucky? We are not. There was a lot of movement on the state. We recruited a dude that's called BNK and his buddies. So that's one of the bigger whales in the neighborhood, basically, if you look around. If you look at total hero power, he is 3. If you look at Labyrinth, he is 4. So we got that dude on our state now. That's, you know, it's gonna make battle for castle and stuff like that very interesting with a few. We recruited quite a few very strong players. That's really cool. What did you pick? Did you play? Did you pick something? For the treasure hunter? I mean, on my farm, I could do the charms eventually. But I already missed some of the guide for points, but you know, that's give me chances to get in arena. But we can do free to play, you know, we can see quickly what can we do, you know. I did not calculate. I did not have time to calculate. That's floor 3. We can do for 5. For sure, that's gonna be okay. I might stop at 5 actually. And what do I want? I want, you know, double down on that. Bam! Perfect. So that's milestone. You got 10 more. And you can never go on 10. So, you know, eventually, if you keep the extra, you do level, you know, I think that's one of the best strategy. You clear until floor 5 to get the extra pickaxe. And either if you need things now, you push for it. You pick Vivian Smith, I pick Lucky Gear, I got over 20 mythic. That's a lot. You probably spend quite a bit, but that's you know, that should be 3-ish in average. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 4, it's a bit above average. That's, you know, that's pretty good for a farm. And we can enjoy that right away, you know. That's not that much XP, you know, but that's still really good. On the main, I'm gonna skip it and I'm gonna do the mithril strategy on the main. So I'm gonna do the milestone strategy, right? Where is the milestone? But you get the mithril at the end, so to clear up to floor 100. So I'm gonna wait for the next event. And I'm gonna spend a bit more than the $5 and $10 packs, because now the $5 and $10 packs are better. Plus the event is 5 days. So that's $75 already, you know, that's plenty for a 5-day event. So I bought 2 or 3 times the $20 one, and I'll adjust next time based on whatever I want. I mean, I need, but I'll clear 100 floor next time to get the mithril, I think. Next time we have it, I clear it fully to get the mithril, and probably start to do big push on charms actually. That might be the play at that stage. We'll see when it happens. Maybe you skip several. You probably did, Vivian. I mean, unless you get super lucky, but you know, you always can be super lucky. How many floors did you clear? Because right now, with the 5-day event, free to play, you can clear 5 floors, right? And it used to be a 3-day event, so you used to be able to clear less at the free to play. You used to be able to do what, to floor 4, I think, and you could not do 5, if I remember. You had to save for 2 events. So we'll just do a tiny bit of points here. I might go to, like, you know, somewhere here. I don't think I care to go a lot higher, to be honest. Hey, Russ. Relaxing, I don't know. Tiring, for sure. Like, you know, it was like the nights were very clear. I mean, it was dark at some point, but it was kind of clear. And they don't really have good curtains in the Airbnbs we booked and stuff. So it's like, it took me a while to get adjusted to the, you know, 4 a.m., 5 a.m., like, you know, light outside, so I woke up a lot of days. I woke up at like 5 a.m. and could not really fall asleep. And today we had a plane at at 6 a.m. so we had to be at the airport at like 4 a.m. so we woke up at 3 a.m. Went to bed at like 11, so I slept very, very little overall. So I'm actually quite probably shows, right? I'm very tired because I did not sleep very well for 2 weeks. We traveled by night train and I thought it would be a lot more comfortable than it was. So, we barely slept on the night train and then, we did a lot of walking. Ça fait 15 jours. Ça fait 15 jours. Salut, bienvenue. 21 floor, I stopped after... Oh, so you saved for like 3-4 events, I think, Vivian. You might have saved for 3-4 events. But that's, that's... The events are often better if you save, to be honest. We can do some Mia as well. We can do one round of Mia if you want while we do Bear. See if I'm getting lucky. If you don't know how to play Mia, it's very simple. I have videos about it, but you just clear everything. That's the best option until you get what you want. So you don't think... Oh, wow. That's insane. Like the odds to get that is probably in 1 digit, right? That's insanely lucky to get a ×2 that early on Fire Crystal. And the good news is... Do I do the gems? I do the Fire Crystals. I can play another round. Wow, that's an insane floor. That could be an insane floor. T'as eu le MVP sur lequel sur Canyon? Yeah, spending is, is never ending on that game, so it has to be done. I am hesitating to make a video on spending, to be honest. Like, I feel most of you guys, and we kind of mature enough and old enough to know how we spend, and not to get caught in things we shouldn't do with our money. But so we have a ×4, ×3, ×2, so that's pretty exciting. ×2 is gone. Wow, ×3, that's already very low to get the hand, the hand bonus. Wow. So that's a 53% if I remember. Wow. I'll take a screenshot for Discord. I mean, still not too bad, right? But could have been so much better. MGA, we just unlocked War Academy and I'm pushing for Helios. How many speed ups will I need? Do you remember? No, I don't remember from top of my head, but it's on the Discord, so that should be somewhere easy to find, so we can have a look later. I mean, when the bear thing is kind of more or less done. It's a low bear. And I don't really... It's my farm. I don't like to do bear for half an hour, I don't really care, so... Hey, Leon! Welcome everyone else. How much will you estimate it costs to be a Maxwell if you spend efficiently? I mean, nowadays it's very expensive. A year ago, I would have told you, before we got Charm 16, before we got Expert, before we got pets, that many pets, a max pet is like a few thousand, Expert is probably 10, 15k, Charms is like right now is 25, so probably 25k, maxing your Charms. So I think, like a Maxwell, if you are talking about Expert, pets, Chief Gear, Hero Gear, Chief Charms, widget level 10, heroes, like things like that, below 75k, I'm not sure. Like we have some people that, for example, where is he? So we got someone that got his globe, right? Will got his globe. So globe is what? You know, is 50, 60k at that stage of the game. If he used a lot of gems, you know, maybe it's 50k. And he's nowhere near maxed on many of the stuff. He's nowhere near maxed. It's just what it is. So I think, you know, 75k to 100k is where you need to be to max an account right now, probably. So, you know, it's a nice flat. It's a nice car. I don't know where you are from, but that's, you know, either way, it's a lot of, it's a lot, right? So it's very costly. Hey, remember me, the guy that took a break and then still saving up. So what you're saving for then? But that part I don't remember. Like if you are saving for SVS, I guess the next gen, that were you that was like having wanted to like push, you know, wait for the next gen to basically fix your heroes and get a lot of them with the ranking. That will be my strategy if I stop at least. We've done everything we could here. I don't think I need more. I think I might actually need more for this SVS. So they have very... Let's push. Hey Xen. Hey Nabil, thank you. Was both amazing and tiring and expensive, and we could not really see the Northern Lights, so that's a bit of a disappointment, but you know. We go along very well with my wife and stuff, so we always spend a very good time together. That's, you know, vacation are easy for us. Expert Katie, explain please. I have barely looked at Katie, you know, I came back home 5 hours ago, so... And last few days have been ready, you know. We were with my wife, daughter, we did a lot of like walking, visiting in Stockholm, so the last few days are really not in touch with the game that much. Kind of was counting on you guys to catch me up. An event for the skin, fair enough. Las Vegas was the first level 5 skin he spent. Yeah, 7. I mean, he's beyond max, right? If you see like people that did videos about his bags, like he's beyond max, right? But nowadays you will find a lot of globes. So again, you know, between 50 to 75k, let's say. That are not maxed out, and they are very far from being maxed out. Oh, we are 38, 42 now. Thank you guys. Hello Coco, hello Paul, welcome guys. Thanks for your answer. I asked out of curiosity. You were considering maxing out your account, or? Yeah, but I think like, you know, assuming we're gonna have new experts, you can be a really, you know, really good rally leaders for us. They are probably at 50k to be honest, for most of them. People, you know, people at 20, 30k, they can do something. If they spend a bit late and they spend very wisely, they have a chance to do something. People below that, I mean, not in the state we are. Not in the state we are. Especially after we recruited these guys. Like, if you look at our top 30 labyrinths, we recruited B and K that came to the States. Webster was our best player with Jackie Chan. They were kind of the strongest with Dash as well. They are very close. Russ is very strong. PT is very strong. These are all people that we used to have, but then we know we have AFX, Laura. On top of that, we have Diesel that's very strong as well. And probably a few more, right? So some of these accounts are like BNK is like a Globe 2 or 3, so I think it's Globe 2. That sort of money. Yeah, but you know, he has no issue maxing his account if he wants to, right? He has no issue maxing his account. You know, when you spend that amount of money on a game, you know, you cannot, I mean, you could put yourself into trouble and stuff like 10k, 20k, you will have people that do that and they should not, and they will be in trouble and they might take credit a loan or whatever, and that's stupid. But you know, spending $1 million on the game, you know, you have to be able to do it, right? So he's safe. I have a lot of save for the skin. I mean, a lot. I usually spin every 200k, so I'll keep that for a bit later. We might spin 400k soon, you know. Actually, really like what they did to the leaderboard. I don't know if you guys noticed, but like that top 3. It's actually, you know, I don't know if it if people want to compete more because of it, but I find it a nice. Where are you with the golden medallion? So that's probably the strongest is probably BNK for us. If you look around, like she's silver 2, Womp is silver 1, PT is silver 1. Silver 1, Trimble, silver 1. So the whales are mostly silver 1. And for me, I'm silver 1 as well. I'm kind of doing okay. But like the island decoration are counting. Wow. What a regret not to have got all of them now. That's really insane. Like the emotes, I'm missing so many emotes. I did not buy them when I was like nearly free to play. I don't know what you think of the gallery. I don't like the new leaderboard thing. Fair enough. I mean, what I'm happy with, at least, is like the stats are not game breaking. You know, that's these are very little amount of stats. So even if someone is like to that level and they seems to be additive, I'll bet they are additive. So, and the rewards, you know, they are what they are. It's actually okay. Sometimes they give bad reward for this stuff, and that's actually pretty okay, I find. That's pretty decent, you know. It could be double or triple and we don't break the game, but do we tag people? Two more people unlocked. Yeah, I've seen some reels going around when I open YouTube. Like I have these, you know. These, like, people make reels about that. I could not care less, to be honest. I'd rather, you know, try to get an interview with these people eventually. You know, if they're interested and they speak, you know, at least as good of an English as me. You know, if it's not perfect, that's okay. But I'd rather do an interview than showing off another globe, you know. But it could be, you know, it could be that some of these people that really have that have a lot of money, you know, they just spend for the globe, you know. You know, if you have crazy money, and that's peanuts for you, that's at least not that much. So we might have a few people just going after that. It feels sometime. I mean, there are many people doing it, to be honest. Shield might be doing it as well. Like, yeah. For me, I actually don't want to do this kind of videos. I'm not sure I want the viewer that are just interested by that, you know? There are many people that do this kind of videos, so they don't have... I don't need to do it. I'm not sure if you can see people's globe from personal power, you know? Wow. These guys are really going insane, you know, when troops and power and spending. Classic and AKB are very, very old spender and like crazy accounts. Where is he? He's in TBD. TBD, because Wes, we used to play together with Wes on the previous state. He used to be a... we are not in the same alliance, but... So one TBD is here, but that's their second HQ. But their main HQ for sure. So where are you, Wes? Colo Wes, he's here, he's a Globe 5, wow. He's a Globe 5. He changed his PFP. That's someone that used to play with me on 422 on my previous cities, you know, before I restarted. And he's chilling with his little, you know, buffing everyone around like crazy. Hey Sama, how are you? How was your vacation? Was good overall. Overall was really good. I'm super tired because of the flight. You know, flight at 6 a.m. So we had to wake up at 3 and did not sleep enough. The main... I should have brought, you know, like the sleeping mask. I should have even bought one. Because I was always like, you know, the next Airbnb or whatever will be better to sleep. And somehow, like, you know, they don't have dark nights at that time of the year, and they don't have like any way to create darkness in a bedroom, which is so weird to me. So yeah, I'm lacking sleep, so I'll try to catch up tomorrow morning a lot. If I can, I'll try to catch up tomorrow morning. Do I buff? Starting in 5. I can do that for sure. That's okay. That's all booked. That's all booked. Cannot do much. Click of the icon on the strongest dude. You mean like that? K Chinese whatever. I mean, the guy got everything probably, right? That you could ever have. But he's not a very old state, so some of them he could not have them, you know. So if you look at AKB, oh, he's not showing off. Okay. Classic is not showing off as well. Why won't you show off your skins? Like, That's fun, no? Where were you in Sweden? So we were in Kiruna. So it's like north, it's like Arctic Circle, or whatever you call it. We were in Kiruna for like a week. So we did like a snowmobile, like a husky tour with like a guide. A lot of hiking on frozen lakes. Kiruna itself, there is nothing to see. Like the city in the north, like there are mining cities. The cities are ugly and overall the cities are ugly. There is nothing to do. So you have to be in the wilderness, right? I mean, they know, everyone know their stats. Like these guys have been fighting around. You can get reports, you know. You can get reports of these guys whenever you want. So, you know, I don't see the point, but maybe fair enough. And then we went to Stockholm, like for what? We traveled by night train on Monday, so we arrived Tuesday, and you know we took the plane today to come back home. So we stayed 3-4 days in Stockholm, but like the night train was insane. It was very not comfortable. Barely slept, and then I did not sleep good in Stockholm as well because of the room not being dark. So yeah, so I'm really lacking sleep right now. But happy to be home. Happy to be home. 2 weeks is good enough for me. Happy to go on vacation, but happy to be home. A lot of things to do. It's like very weird because when we left, it felt like winter here still. And now it really feels like spring. Like the grass is like 10 centimeters taller. Flowers are everywhere. The trees are blossoming. And you know, they have leaves and they have flowers on the fruit trees and stuff. SH. So overall, you know, what I really enjoyed was I tasted like, you know, reindeer, moose kind of meat. That was really good. The food was really good. Actually, like they have a Vasa museum in Stockholm, which is a ship that sank like 333 years ago, which was really nice. Stockholm is actually quite okay for a city. It's not too busy. You know, you can get into the quiet part of the city very easily. But like, thank you. You can always like, we're 47, so that's pretty good. Thank you very much. If some of you contacted me and you don't have an answer, you know, ask your question again here on the chat or in DMs. It's gonna take me a few days, you know, to get back to everybody. Tomorrow I have a shit ton of things to do. I'll be live streaming Foundry, and then, you know, Monday is back to work after 2 weeks, so... And there is so much things to cover in the game. So much video I want to make. So I'm gonna need to take it slow a bit. And to, you know, find a catch up on everything that there is. Because I barely watch anyone's content as well. But there is a new expert, there is a new medallion thing, like whatever we just looked at, like the new thing I wanted to talk about. They changed Treasure Hunter so bad that it needs to be re-recorded. So let's do 2000, you know, for the buff. But it's gonna be Legion 2, so I'm gonna be one of the... I'm not gonna be the stronger, but I'm gonna be one of the strongest, at least. Maybe I'm in the top 3 or top 5 of the player we have in the thing, so... Let's do 10% buff. You don't need to do deployment, capacity. And then let's start the rally, and let's just swap the gear. Let's try Blanchette. She's strong enough. Just swap... Let's do like crazy bear trap, right? Let's swap on Hector, let's swap on Mia. So, you know, hopefully I can sleep tomorrow. That will be amazing. Are you doing another video ranking expert, Paul? I don't think it really changed, to be honest. I don't think it really changed. She's a very situational expert. You do her whenever you want after the other ones, right? It's like... if you prefer Ronnie, you do Ronnie. If you prefer her, you do her. But, you know, your core is always the same. It's gonna be your Agnes, your Cyril, your Baldur. Holger is 10 times better than her. And then everything else is like, okay, you care about SVS, you do Valeria. Like, there is no... You know, you do these four because everyone does Arena, everyone does the thing that Baldur is doing, and Baldur is giving you extra sigils as well. Agnes giving you extra intel, plus the chests are giving you fire crystals, so she's really important. After you do whatever you want, to be honest. You know, but if you care to get the rewards and to rank about Frostfire Mine, yeah, I mean, this one is insane, right? Not this one. This one. Like the 5k per minute, that's a 30-minute battle. That's a lot. That's 150k maxed out. So no, she's really important to max out if you care about Frostfire Mine. If you don't care about, like, if you're not ranking regularly in the top 10 in Frostfire Mine, you know, just boost a bit your reward and don't care about it. If you regularly rank in the top 10 and you want to do it, and keep doing it, then you will have to invest in now. But it does not change much, to be honest. Both, Paul, whichever you want. Whichever you want. To me, like, these are not important choices. It's like situational. You spend, you can do both, good. You don't spend, you do one before the other, good. Usually what you want to do is you just want to put them level, you know, 50 or 60 to guess most of the skills, and then you move on to the next. So whichever you find the most useful. If you care more about, if you have Tundra Arm Leagues, you are Gen 5 and you want more reward in Tundra Arm Leagues because you have a good alliance and they participate in, and you can, you know, benefit from that, then maybe Fabian is a bit better. If you don't have that, then, you know, why stress about Fabian? Then, you know, it's very similar to the Frostfireman Lady. It's an event every 2 weeks. It's once every 2 weeks. No. For me, these are... I can't tell you which one to pick. Do I do that? Do I try to squeeze one more? And use as little speed ups as I need? For me, like, for this little choice, you cannot go wrong, to be honest. If you think about what you do, right? If you just pick randomly, you can go wrong. But if you're like, yeah, I want to focus on my charms, it's what's most important to me, yeah, then go Cathy. You know, like, I love Foundry, I participate a lot, I love Tundra Arm Leagues. I want to get most of that first, then, you know, you go Fabian. I think, Sash, we get the invite Monday, right? Usually we got the invite on Monday. It's not in the calendar and anything. You just get the invite on Monday because it starts the week after, right? So it should be in 2 weeks and a half from now, as usual. And then there is the merger or something like that. We're already up for a merger. It's kind of, you know, it's even a bit late, you know. I think they have been doing mergers a bit sooner previously, so I would really not be surprised by a merger at that stage, and I think that's gonna be good for the game as well. So I don't know. I don't think they're gonna skip Tyrant. It feels that they are not, so I'm not sure. I mean, Slim, I'm working from home, so, you know, for me it's... I worked a bit from holidays always, you know, for the YouTube channel, for other things as well. And I'm kind of... I don't have, like, the employee mindset, I guess. You know, I just... I just don't do my hour and forget about work. Kind of work is part of my life, so. A lot of questions. Salut tonton, je voudrais commencer, mais j'hésite entre Kingshot et Whiteout Survival. J'arrive pas à me décider. J'ai pas le temps pour les deux. Xion, bah prends celui qui te plaît le plus graphiquement, je dirais. C'est l'un des plus gros trucs. Et après, l'autre truc que tu peux considérer, c'est... Kingshot, c'est un jeu plus jeune, il a 1 an. Donc il y a moins de choses dans le jeu à faire, entre guillemets. Mais c'est un jeu plus jeune aussi. Whiteout, il y a pas mal de choses cool qu'il n'y a pas dans Kingshot encore. Mais honnêtement, c'est très très similaire, même s'il y a des différences. Hein. Je peux pas prendre mes guides de... Les mécaniques sont les mêmes, mais les détails sont différents. Donc je peux pas juste prendre mes guides de Whiteout et les copier-coller sur Kingshot, mais faut ajuster à chaque fois. Mais c'est des events, c'est vraiment très similaire. Donc prends celui qui te plaît le plus graphiquement, ou si ça t'importe d'avoir un jeu... on va dire, plus récent ou pas. Pour la longévité du jeu, ça peut être intéressant éventuellement. Si tu dois rester sur le jeu, un jeu plus récent, pourquoi pas. The orange dots are amazing. I mean, not orange dots, but exclamation marks. They are amazing to join bear. I find Canyon so boring. Yeah, I kind of like Canyon less and less, let's say. I enjoy Canyon less and less. I used to prefer Canyon over Foundry. It's not true, really not true anymore. I have a question. I have Flint 2 widget, Alonso also 2, and Mia 8 for Bear. Now I go for Gwen 5 stars and Hector 5 stars. Sarma, like you don't need a widget on Hector for Bear, so why do you want the widget on Hector? If you want for Bear, you know, Hector is good level 1. Just to boost him for Arena, you really don't need the widget. The widget does nothing for you for Bear. So if you want the widgets on Hector, it has to be for, like, you know, tanking, you know, garrisoning, because it's a garrison widget. It has to be because you are kind of a garrison leader of some kind, or just for your city to like, you know, defend a bit better versus people attacking your city, things like that. Else you can focus more on Gwen, but I would not stress it too much on Gen 5. For me, like 2 widgets level 5 on Gen 5 is a lot of investment. I'd rather do pets. I'd rather do them level 4 and do pets, for example. You know, widgets, they're gonna be obsolete soon enough. Hector, you know, you're gonna replace him whichever you do next infantry, as always. So we are 59. That's amazing. Thank you, guys. Did you miss the clash, Matt? No, you did not. We start right after Bear. We jump into clash right after Bear, or Canyon clash. FDT is every 2 months. Yeah, it is usually every 2 months. They've done it every 3 months. I mean, once or twice they've done it a 3 months window. They skip one. But now you have Tundra Arm Link. So if they skip one, they have to delay it by 2 months. So it's either 2 or 4, I think, right now. We don't know for sure because it never happened. So I'm assuming it's gonna... I'm assuming Monday we have the invite, practically. Oh, we did the Monday after SVS? Maybe the Monday after SVS, actually. But we got the invite. Might be like in 10 days from now. So Golden Boy is someone we just recruited as well. He's a very solid... I cannot really show you, but he's a very, very solid player. Thanks for the hearts. No, Sash, it's every 2 months. So not after every other. Tonton, did you change alliance? I see in car. Yes, I did change, yes. I did change, and it is kind of full as well right now because they recruited a big group and the big group is not fully there, so they're gonna recruit more of them later, so work that way. Tonton, we have a lot of drama in my state. Is it normal? Yes. And that's why I don't want to be R4 in the early days. I hate drama. I mean, people are, I don't know if they are immature or I don't know. You know, they have big egos. It's a cultural, maybe cultural differences are a big thing in this game. I think there is like a big, I've seen a lot of problem coming from cultural differences. And people not really sensitive to that, right? Not understanding that, you know, we play from very different countries and we really don't have the same value system and belief system, and some people are not really flexible with the, you know, the way they look at the world. So, and they are judgmental as well. So yeah, drama is part of the game. That's why I'm nowhere near invested in drama. I'm happy to help on many fronts if an alliance needs to, but drama dealing, it's not gonna be for you. Hey Abebala, welcome. Tiring for the vacation, but no, it was good. We had a very good time overall. We just really did not see the Northern Lights. We've seen the Northern Lights one evening, but you know, with the eyes, it was like, you know, grayish clouds. Because they were not very intense and it was not very dark. But we took our phones and we took pictures of the Northern Lights with the phones. And on the phone, it looked amazing. It really looked amazing. So if I posted the pictures on Discord of the Northern Lights, you would be like, wow, it was amazing. For us, it was just like, you know, very light clouds, like kind of gray, half transparent clouds in the sky. So that's a bit of a disappointment. But one of the reasons we went there was really for the Northern Lights, but we did not want it to go in deep winter. So we went in April, and it's kind of very tough to see them in April. Like, nights are not very dark. You need to be awake until 2 a.m. And we know we kind of the people that go to bed at 10 p.m. So, you know, we stayed up, you know, until midnight 30 and we could not really see much. So we need to do that again. We need to do the Northern Light thing again. Can you really control the drama, then? Can you really? I mean, I've seen so much shit in games for drama. I mean, nowadays it's the biggest dramas I've seen is when, you know, when I was starting to play like online games 20 years ago, and there was like, you know, 99% dudes for one girl. And there was like all this drama between girls and guys because like there were so little girls playing at the time, like 20 years ago on like World of Warcraft and stuff, that it created like, you know, insane dramas. Nowadays, you know, like there are more girls than guys on some of these alliances, and even the spenders, you know, so there are still drama, but it's not the same kind actually. It's really not the same kind. Well, for 3 weeks, then I leave. Fair enough. That's how you control it. It's like you make up a mess and you leave. But for me, I'm not even paying attention. There could be drama on my state. I'll have no idea, you know. If it's impacting directly the alliance and it's, you know, and they talk about it in the air for chats, I might, you know, roughly know what's going on, but like I really don't spend time on drama, don't spend energy. I know Hector don't need widget, but I'm also rally joiner and focusing on arena. To be honest, like I don't think the widget does much in arena. You know, people will disagree with that, but unless you really care more about long term, for me again, like widget is short term thinking. It is always short-term thinking. So It's okay to have some short-term thinking. It's not a problem per se, but that's something to keep in mind. Like pets, long-term thinking. Widgets, short-term thinking. Experts, long-term thinking. So whenever you use your gem, your resources, I always try to aim for long-term. Things that I would keep. Widget, I don't. So I'm really under-investing in widgets compared to many people. And I don't regret it, to be honest. I really don't. So it's a very decent bear today. I'm doing my 38 million very quick. And next, you know, on the 27th, so in 9 days, we have both Rufus, Gen 11, and we have T12. So that's gonna be amazing. That's gonna be amazing. Probably John one more and it's probably good enough. Let's look at my damage. 1.5. $1.4. That's only with 10%. 1.4. It starts to be decent. Well, Legend is doing a lot. $1 billion. So someone juicing, my juicer was asking what the best way to use Mithril. Should I use it on all gear or focus on one piece? So Herbala gave you some information, but the way I think about it, I did not read the answer yet. For me, the way I think about it is you mostly have two options. And you need to know what you prefer to do in the game. Is either you care about arena. In arena, all pieces are giving the same stats. Gloves are not better than the boots. So you will want to do all pieces. Or you care more about like your efficiency burning cities, your efficiency being a rally leader or something like that. And then you will focus on the stats you need. On infantry, you need all stats. You need the lethality as well, even if you need the health a lot more. On marksman, let's say you play marksman, you will want the health as well. You need the health on the marksman. So but you could be like, I'm a player that care about bear damage. I'm a rally joiner. I just care about bear damage. So you could go crazy on marksman for lethality. So like they are never like juicing. My juicer, there are never one answer to that question. It's, you know, if someone give you like a black and white answer and just do that without thinking, like they are assuming that you think or you play the way they play. And I'm trying not to do that. You might not play the game the way I play the game. You might not spending the same. You might not, you know, we might be just very different people the way we play the game. So you have to think about what, you know, you have to think about, yeah, all of that so you can make the best decision for yourself. Alex, hello Tonso, any quick tips for Gen 8? I made a video, and I think it's not just that I don't want to answer you, but I made a video from Gen 7 to Gen 11, so you have context about where I'm coming from and where I'm going with heroes, right? But I would not do Sonia, I will do Hendrik by default. If you don't give me more information, I will do Gatot, and if you consider a second one, I'll do Hendrik. Just because this is so good in arena. Unless the only exception will be you play Lancers, you play 60-40, you want a Lancer hero, then Sonia is a good pick. Because you're gonna get Fred later, but Fred's gonna be late Gen 9, so... And the last one you got from the Lucky Wheel is probably a Rene, which is a late Gen 6, so it's kind of outdated, so... But that might help you a bit to see like the different options. But the default answer is Hendrik. Rufus plus T12 sound expensive. I mean, I'm not gonna go crazy. I'm just gonna do a lot of like I'm not gonna do pets basically Gen 12. And I'm gonna push Rufus. Maybe that's the first widget I'm pushing level 10. I'm gonna push Rufus level 6, maybe level 8 on widgets again. Does that mean we should not be expecting a drama strategy yet? I would not know what to say. It's like, you know, just be... I mean, I don't know. Some people like drama. I don't like drama. Drama, like, it's like sucking my energy so bad. At work, you know, when I was a manager, drama was like the part of the job. I love, you know, working with people, being a manager. I really enjoyed it and stuff, but like the drama, it's like I don't, you know, I don't feed on the drama at all. I wish they added guides to the treasure hunts. I have so many designs now, but no guides. Daysmith, you are probably very late, right? You are probably what are your level of charms? I'm curious. But I would assume that you are like deep into like maybe 12, 13 or something like that, right? But then, you know, you can convert your guides, your design, sorry, for the secrets. So I think it worked that way too. My Balder is level 50, Olger 40. What should I focus? Well, you have two options, yeah. It's either you do Balder, but you have to spend a lot because you're gonna get the extra sigils. I think you need him 80 or 90 to get the extra sigils because you're gonna need to get these skills max. But if you play at reset and you are very good in arena, you know, doing Olger is not a bad choice as well. It really depends. It really depends. Both are okay choices, but Olger is not giving you extra sigils. So I have a bit of a preference for Balder by default, right? The by default advice, I'll suggest people to do Balder. But you can totally do Olger if you play arena at reset, if you rank well, all of the, you know, all of that. That's totally okay. I still play Hector and Brandy. I think I want to change. Fair enough. But you play Lancers or you play Marksman? Or you play all troops and, you know, it does not matter. If you play all troops, that's okay for the choice of heroes. 12, but I think like a conversion is a scam. Yeah, it is. But, you know, what else do you do? Like... because there are no seasonal events that's giving you enough secrets to go, you know? So it is what it is. Salut Eltarba. Bienvenue. My infantry belt is 59. Gauntlet. I never remember from the top of my head. I need to look. The belt gauntlet, yes. I wonder if it's worth to upgrade my boots. So if you do the belts, I mean, the belt is okay. It's a very good choice. Like basically with the belt, it's gonna be 30 mithril, right? So with 30 mithril, you could do 3 of these pieces, right? To 39. You know, again, you care about arena, do 3 pieces. You care about having solo march and burning people, probably do the belt. Because you're gonna get the extra health and you're gonna get the extra defense. So both are okay choices. I've seen people do both, and you know, it all work out in the end. These are very tiny. You might not, like, if you would like solo march a city, you know, the odds that the city is so close to you that you know, decision is gonna make you fail or be successful in that attack is like very, very, very low. So to me, like, these are not super important decisions. So I would not dwell too much about it. I'll just do what you know, be like, okay, I like arena more. I'm gonna do everything to 39. Oh no, I like to burn city more. I'm a garrison leader. Infantry is important. I'm gonna do the belt to, the belt to 79. That's it. And you know, a month later, what's gonna happen is what you did not do, you will do it. So you will have the belt 79, and then you're gonna do the boots 39. Is gonna be all okay in a month. Like that choice you are dwelling on, it does not matter in a month. So I'll just pick something. You are going in the right direction. You're asking yourself the right question. These are details. And again, you know, if you can show me someone that can show you that these have a real impact and it's gonna change the life of your account, I'm all ears. But I really don't believe that's the case. As long as you go in the right direction, these are very, very little, so... Yeah, but like infantry, they are fighting all the way. If you are playing against 60-40, for example, if you play 60-40, or if you are fighting against 60-40, whichever event, then your infantry lethality and attack is very important. They are doing a lot of damage in that case, because you don't have marksmen. So... yeah, infantry lethality is not the focus. In certain contexts, it's very good. So, yeah. So I don't know if it helps, but I don't think you make a mistake either way. And if it's a mistake, it's 10 mithril. If you do the boots first and it's a mistake, it's 10 mithril. You're gonna fix it next month. So it does not really matter. Charms level 11. You need so many designs. Yeah, I mean, the guides is actually catching up, right, at that stage. So... do I have level 10? That's actually where you start to need, you know, you need 105 per click and you need 140. That's kind of where you kind of balance things out a bit. But what I'm gonna do, and I don't know if that's, I did not think too much about it, but whichever I have too many, I'm gonna convert it to secrets, right? Whichever I have too many from the packs I buy or the, you know, what the game gave me, I'm just gonna convert it to secrets. It's gonna be kind of that simple, to be honest. It's gonna be that simple. Treasure Hunter gave a bunch of design for conversion if you play the charm. Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of options. I see, like, we talked a bit about it at the beginning of the stream, but people used to take, like, Lucky Hero Gear Chest, but I've seen a lot of charms and a lot of speed up with T12. Many wells are missing the speed ups. So they used it to push for, you know, for points on troops, for example, so... I mean, 90 is a lot for Baldur. It's very expensive, dude, so... But yeah, I agree. These are all decent options. But I'm not gonna play. I'm gonna keep it for the next one. I use 50, 20, 30 most of the time, but from time to time I try focus on 60, 40. I mean, with Rene you can have fun with 60, 40 for a bit. Bradley is very good for that, so, you know. What did you say you have for heroes? You play Hector, Rene, Bradley. I mean, Hector is really good for marksman though. I mean, he works with he works a lot less with lancers, to be honest. So yeah, I'll go. Yeah. When you have Gatot, you can have fun with lancers if you want to. That's a good time to play a bit lancers if you want to taste power of lancers. So let me do the gear. Let me just check that everything is in order. Everything is in order, so we can enter the battle. My troops, my formation are these. So I'm 4 billion, 3.3 and 3.2 for these. And that's perfect. I'm gonna help a bit with the fuel. We won't get T12 until August. Yeah, it's, you know, you guys have times. Some people are a bit did not anticipate, right? Even with all the leaks and everything that we had for many months about it, some people did not anticipate, which, you know, is always a bit weird to me, but why not? Eat floor? What do you mean eat floor 230? Maybe I read it like a tiny bit later compared to when you said it. Good luck if anyone is playing. Have fun. It's our Legion 2. I don't really know these guys. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'll go middle as usual and, you know, do my usual strategy. Help a bit with fuel. I don't know how they handle fuel on Legion 2. I don't know if it's good here. I'll help where I can as usual. Tonton for president. I've been twice. I'm like the Macron of 948. I've been president twice. And I've been probably as useful as he is. Like I had 2 presidency and I had nothing to do. I had like 2 times. One time was no transfer, no SVS. And one time it was like dead transfers. So I literally had like 2 whisper to handle. And no SVS prep. So I've been like the... I had the boss, you know, most chilled presidency you can have. How are you, Will? Are you enjoying your new globe? Feeling powerful? Oh, you went to 230. That's a lot of floor. That's a lot of floor. Okay, fair enough. I don't know. I don't want to know how much money is that. Tonton not like Macron. Macron, I guess. No, I'm not. I hope I'm not like. I don't value our president a lot. Let's put it that way. I don't want to get political on the channel, but I don't value him a lot. You know, when I lived abroad, there was one thing that made me want to stay abroad was really like French politics and the states of politics in France. In France, I was like, not sure I want to, you know, to live in the country again. But you know, it's life. I came back, you know, fell in love. So it is what it is. I don't think I'm a good tyrant either. I'm a bit too kind for being a good tyrant, to be honest. So fuel is not really that well, man. I mean, I just removed it from someone, so it's not really good, but it's not really given to anybody at that stage, so we kind of need to fix that, right? Does not really matter who gets it at that stage. Just give it to everyone. I'll take it for myself. Where are we? Where are we? We are here. So let's get here. And Xura can go ahead. He can go here. Let's go, Xura. I need to. I'm trying to. Well, they were fast. They were fast. I'm trying not to use speed ups as much as I've been using 400 gem speed up lately. My gems have kind of been melting, you know, so I'm like, I kind of need to chill a bit. Let me give mine away as well. I did already. Let's get it to everybody. Like, fuel is so poorly managed in most matches. I mean, like, it feels like nobody's doing it. Not blaming anybody, but I like to be on top of fuel a bit more. Where do I go? They are going here, so let's do two. Let's look a bit at the battle status. So they have weak players here, so that myself march is okay here. Wow, we are winning that so far pretty well, it feels. Yeah, but I did switch. Yeah, I don't know if I want to comment it too much publicly about it. But I wanted to change for a while, so I really wanted to change for a while. And I wanted the alliance to be in a spot that's not too weak. You know, some people really like the YouTube, some people things like that. So I've been here for a year in the alliance, so you never know how people will behave, you know, when you go. And I did not want it, like my main concern was, you know, I wanted to move for a while, but I did not want it to be a blow to the alliance, right? It's like, if I can leave at a moment where the alliance is in good shape, things are okay, that was perfect. They just recruited a big, you know, a lot of very strong players. They just have, they recruited a lot of R4s from these players, very experienced players as well. So I think it ended up being decent for me, for them as well. You should rent yourself for fuel management. I mean, I've been doing that from the beginning. We have Canyon, you know. And now they made it a bit easier, you know. It used to be a nightmare, to be honest. Now it's kind of easy to do. It got a lot better, at least. So who killed me? Do they have like big whales? No, it's just so I'm one of the strongest so far that I could spot. So they don't really have big whales. So we're gonna be quite okay. Let's give it to Carney. Yeah, I do. That's the issue when you get the fuel from a building that's Dante. There you go, Dante. Get some fuel. So I died, and I might actually want to send my second biggest. I mean, they are very close in power. They are really close in power, so it does not really matter. I wanted to swap them, but you know, it's not gonna do much. The fuel in this event confuses me. Ask away, Vivian, what's not clear about it. If you have questions, like specific questions or... They're gonna come back, you know, so you don't need to move. I've actually learned a lot about fuel very recently. Kind of was a noob about it, so... I was managing the fuel, I just had no idea how it worked. So, because I'm gonna get stuck in a building, so you might... but who needs fuel? More than me, so... Trist is really okay, so we need that dude to get some fuel. I don't know how to pronounce his nickname, but we have some people that don't really need fuel. And we got a lot of extra fuel now. So far it feels like, you know, we're cruising. It really feels easy for now. And in terms of points, the red is not doing bad. So I'm kind of stuck with 2 heroes, which I don't like. I really don't like to do that, to have 2 heroes in 2 buildings. So let's split. Let's get fuel to everybody, make sure that everyone got some now. No, it's very nice because the people with low fuel are at the top. That's really easy to manage. That's a lot of points. I might do okay with points. I'm only level 10. So that dude never dies. So they have like a crazy... They have a very, very strong dude here. But he might be between red and purple. He might be fighting somewhere here instead, you know? Yeah, he's here. So that's why we are not too worried about them yet. So let's go back. How much do you think I should charge, Will, for the fuel? Happy to, you know, like hourly rate, like $250 or... Do you get reduced full acquisition or spend more when you are inside the enemy? So we will look at it now. If you look at here, if you look at where do you see it? I know you have some penalties, but I actually don't remember where do you see it. And bam 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 bam. Yeah, you see it here, right? So spend a squad other than the Ice Guard will cost 10,000 fuel. So when you fight, it costs you something. So they do, I mean, who cares about that? They have more defense, whatever. And when you are in the enemy territory, you have that increase, right? So when squads other than Ice Guards march towards this building, its fuel consumption will increase by 100% and will be increased by 300% when conscripting is in this building. So that's why it costs a lot more fuel. So if you are in the enemy territory, there are 2 reasons you lack fuel. It's because you die and you come back and that's very expensive, or it's when you are like alone. Like they say, I'm a big whale. I'm alone here. And I'm fighting 10 opponents and I'm killing them one by one. And every fight costs me 10k, right? So you can never move. Like you can drain yourself fully in that situation. In that case, you know, there are many more of us than there are. Sorry for that. So they are like, and you can check like, and the deeper you are, if you click on the building, the worse it is, right? This one has this one. When squads from Ice Guard march from this building, its march speed will increase. So yeah, they have some stuff, you know, like the deeper you go, the harder it gets, basically. So you rarely capture someone's territory fully because just of this mechanism, right? So we have some people that are very low. And that was Nemo that I wanted. See, you don't do it for a minute or two and it's all over the place, you know, because we lost building, we won buildings, people died and resurrected a lot, whatever. They're gonna come to me. That's fairly okay. This is gonna open in 3 minutes. So we're gonna go not too far. And are these strong? They are not really strong. And that's the same guy with his 3 march. So, you know, you're gonna feed us. I don't really get people doing that, to be honest. I really don't think it's a wise move, but I really wish these medals are bigger. Tonton, are you watching YouTube chat? I'm having Twitch and YouTube chat then, so some of the messages are coming from Twitch. But YouTube is quiet. I found that if you remember the ribbon color in the upper right hand corner, it makes it easier to run for fuel. You mean like to assign people? The color to assign people? That I know by heart now. Initially it was very confusing, but Abibala, it's really up to you, man. I can do both. That's okay. I'll try to read the question anyway. But because I'm very tired today, my pronunciation is never amazing. And then if I read when I'm tired, you know, it's probably not the best. So. We got a lot of 45k. That's really insane, the amount we got. But, you know, because we are in their territories, it does not really help that much. It just costs so much more fuel to be in someone else's territory than, you know, even if you get a lot more income of fuel. Because it costs so much more, it kind of cancels each other, you know. Let's do that, right? It's like 13 sec. Shield is having a giveaway. Good luck if you want to win. Wow, there are a lot of them. There are not that many of us. So mine, you know, this one is staying forever. Like, they don't have anyone strong, so it's gonna stay forever. Here, they're not really strong as well, so it's gonna stay forever. So that's why, you know, it's good to do fuel as well. For me, it's like... it's not that much of an issue, let's say. But they should, like, highlight people without any... We'll have everyone with fuel, more or less. How does it look like? It's gonna be, we're gonna get it, right? The team that gets it is the team that killed the last Guard. We're gonna get it. And see this one, it just costs 10,000 fuel per battle. If you pick 45... Actually, yeah. Like this dude is 50k, so we have 60k now. So who really needs it? Let's give Twiki is very strong. And for fuel, like I find really important to make sure like you're, you know, that your strongest player are not running low as well. That's really important. And I guess eventually what you could learn on top of that is like the, you know, the letter and the number, so you know which one's gonna swap a lot and which not gonna swap a lot. But if you have like having a lot of fuel from the enemy territory, it's gonna swap a lot. So it's not gonna stay. So if you really want to help someone, like especially a rally leader, you might want to give them that is, you know, each building have a number. So we are on the, what the name of this? Yeah, S, right? S is us. So you might want to give the S buildings to, well, I died. I eventually died. Soon 5k subs, yes. Like the French channel is nearly at 1k. The English is nearly at 5k. If I look, I'm gonna log on the studio quickly, but I think we are, if I look at the analytics, if I do lifetime, we are nearly at 1 million views on the channel as well. The channel is nearly at 1 million views. So that's, you know, that's kind of a big milestone. 5,000 sub, 1 million views, 1,000 subs on the French one. That's pretty cool. So really happy about how it's going, to be honest. That's really amazing. That dude is lost. Where do we go? Let's go somewhere here. But when you are one of the strongest, it's pretty chill. But now we have that Jervenstein that's kind of coming here. And Jervenstein is pretty strong, so... Yeah, I don't get that many kills, to be honest. My ranking is not that good. So we are missing 8 sub from 5,000. 8 sub. Yeah, and Herbala as well, like really trying to find spots where you are, you know, like that. That's insane. See, because that dude's, oh, he's strong and he's strong. He probably kills me, but if I had like a full march that would not die, That could be, you know, pretty good. When is middle? 17 minutes. That's pretty okay. Quickie is here. But that could be, you know, going in their territory could be as well. But it's very expensive, so... Like, especially... But as long as you can kill a lot of them. So you need to be one of the stronger. Because, you know... Unlike our main team... I might not be able to do much, to be honest. Might not be able to do much. When there are too many strong players, I'm kind of useless. So the fuel is more actively managed, so I need to do a lot less. That's pretty good. And they come to our territory, so that's something we can do as well. But point-wise, is a breeze so far. The only thing that we could have an issue with is if they get middle and we are not ahead enough. That could be the only issue. It's like if we are a bit too greedy and... I'm gonna give myself a bit because that's yeah, come on. Oh, that's very close. I might die, you know. I might die. Yeah, I'm gonna make decent points. Yeah, I died. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Let's get back to the... See, I don't have fuel anymore. So in that case, you kind of want to be... stay in your area, basically. That's so much cheaper than going in theirs. I think so. I think it does, Abebala. If you kill the guards, I think it's counting. But I remember seeing going up early game, basically killing only guards. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it counts. Pretty sure it counts. The middle is 10 minutes, so we have a bit of time. It would have been nice if I could have bought the guards to like refresh my march. And if you cannot do that, you can always go back and forth to another buildings, right? One, two, three, and I'm gonna go to the next one, so that's forcing the refresh as well. You don't have to spend on conscription. That's a lot cheaper to move building than recruit. But you know, middle is well under control. Oh, I died. 4 million? Okay. Yeah, but I need some fuel. I need a lot of it. Let's go somewhere central. Whoa, you're back. I did survive. I did survive the polar circle. The Arctic circle, how do you call it? Polar circle, I guess. Carney needs some more. But the domination is pretty big so far. Where do I go here? Red is here. No, it was 2 weeks. It was only 2 weeks. I mean, I don't know if it's only... I love traveling, but I love being home, so 2 weeks for me is pretty decent. Where are we? I'm not gonna die, I'm gonna make points. The other dude is strong as well. Gonna make points. We're gonna make points. Yeah, I kind of felt that there could be a patch when I'm away, so there's like a lot of things I wanted to cover, but you know, it's an early day with my wife as well, so I love to make the videos and to cover the news, but kind of need we don't often go, so. We kind of have to find a balance that works for both of us. Like the purple, like we are getting their territories like candies, you know? That's like they are making no points, literally. I mean, they are 18, we are 20, they are 22. I mean, during Christmas was kind of the same, right? I made the Valeria video from my sisters, you know? Because we did like a bit of delayed... was not really on Christmas, but around that I've seen videos with like my travel kind of... But I'm hesitating, you know. I might buy like a, I don't know, you find that, but like an extra luggage that will have like a green screen, like a safe place for a better camera, like because I have like a very cheap travel setup overall, which is okay. But if let's say, you know, if I wanted to travel more and I need to kind of do more videos, like try to buy like an extra luggage, like I guess people that do like recording and stuff, they have this kind of, you know, with like a foam in it, so you know, you get everything kind of organized and safe. So I need to look into that and the cost of that. That's probably a bit expensive. So you know when, yeah, that's kind of, you know, we're planning the summer and it's like, oh, where do we go? What do we do? And I'm like, you know, that's gonna be a patch and an update. If you want to know when the patch and updates are, you know, just watch my holidays. If I say I'm going on holidays, you can expect one. Why I don't have any fuel? Wow, Twiki is like maxed. Davey is doing okay as well. Well, come on. Give me fuel, give me fuel. Wow, I'm dead as well. That's so expensive. That's, wow. The refilling? Yeah, it's better to die, you know. I should have went back. It's not better to die. But I should have moved back to the next one. I don't think the travel set is necessary. You still don't travel. Yeah, but you know, if I wanted to travel a bit more, because like often the lighting is shit. Like in the Airbnb, like the lighting, like I had to spend 10 minutes to find an angle there where you can see me. Like I was black with there was like no sun coming in to record. I was sitting on a, like you know, these little foldable ladder like you have in houses. That was my chair. I don't mind. I really don't mind. It's more like for the quality of the audio. The camera, you know, I could do camera off if the background is shit. Like sometimes you don't have a nice background in these places. So middle is opening, so let's get, you know, let's get cooking. Let's get going. But already just maybe buy, or the alternative was to buy, God, I don't bring my best basically gear when I travel, because it's kind of expensive, so I'm kind of bringing my old, you know, old webcam and all this stuff, so it's more like maybe buy something that I can feel they are safe, you know, that they're not gonna be damaged by the taking plane or train, so then I can bring the best gear. Yeah, but I don't know shit about cameras and stuff, so I went with a good webcam. Like I watched quite a few reviews, but I have no knowledge about this kind of stuff. They are not going middle at all. They are really not going middle at all. There you go, Carney, take it. Take it, I'll give it to Twiki instead. And I'll take this one. We are cool with middle. That's gonna be an easy peasy win. Easy peasy win. Middle is gonna be easy to hold. But That should really secure our points. That's why I like Legion 2 sometimes, you know. You kind of feel you are useful. The only issue of Legion 2 is when they have a, you know, a super crazy whale and you don't, and you get destroyed. Okay, yeah, but like the setup I have, like the camera is really, like it's on the top of the screen, right? So like my game is really not. I don't know how to make a setup that I could look at the camera. I try to do sometime, but it feels really weird yet. I guess I can get used to it. I know I should watch the camera more. I should find a way to get the camera, you know, like at the eye level of my game, so it look like. But I need a bit of a different setup to make it work. But often it looks like I look. The camera is here with the angle, and I'm looking here, right? So if I'm looking at the bottom of the screen and reading chat in game, for example, it's yeah. Well, Legend is dry. So can we fix it? Raccoon has plenty, so let's. Who needs more? Why not Nick? That's gonna be good if we can get that one. If I can do top 10, I'm not against it. I'm not really trying anymore to do top 10 in that event. But you know. I could not imagine looking into the camera when I know more than 2 people will look. I mean, I guess, you know, these things people get used to it. It's more like it's just a question of setup, I guess. On top of being not comfortable, I have a very basic setup. That's something I don't know much about. You know, I just have the camera, the webcam sitting on top of my, you know, computer screen. And that's it. You know, 2 lights, a mic, and so, but yeah, that's something I might look slowly over time, you know. The channel brings money with the ads as well. It's not just for packs. You know, when there are ads revenue from YouTube, it's not just for packs. Twiki needs some, but Twiki needs more than Carney, so we do that and we'll give Carney something else. There you go, Carney. Where are you? See, he's back to lots. Yeah, Xen could be cool. Could be cool. Could be a good addition, I think. Like having I don't know what it's called. It's like a WhatsApp channel, but it's like a community. It's like a channel where I can broadcast basically, and I could share update and news on the WhatsApp for people that don't want to have Discord. I know that Discord is like a bit controversial as well right now for some people. There's a bit of tension about using Discord for some people right now. That could be an alternative as well. Well, I don't know for you how it's going for you guys, but that's one of the chillest, easiest, chillest event we had in a long time. I mean, Twiki, you get a good one, so that's gonna be okay. Aldo needs better. In Legend, he's like fighting like crazy. Let's see if we can... Yeah, we can give him... We can give Ahoy. I mean, we should definitely go to the red, right? The purple is like... Do you know how to predict which state will be our next state in SVS matchmaking? You cannot, Anoop. You cannot. If you know very well your neighborhood, you can maybe shortlist, you know, 5 very, very likely states. But you cannot know in advance. There is no way to know. It, you know, it depends on so many factors, so... Yes, I'm reading chat. But not always instantly, you know? I play as well. There is no crystal balls for that. But if you know your neighbors, the only issue with that is your SVS opponents have to be same gen of heroes. So when you are like we are right now, we are one of the older states with Gen 10. So that means we will match again, very likely against a younger state. And then when we will be early Gen 11, we will fight versus an older state. So it's not always the same few alliances that you have to look for. Our state is always depend on the cycle of heroes, like everything in this game. So there are no simple answers for that. If you're an average state, there are a lot of options. If you're a very dead state, there are a lot of options as well somehow. If you are a leading state, the option of the states you will face is very limited. Like the stronger state, they always fight versus each other. I mean, not always, but very often. That's very easy to predict if you are one of these. I mean, not to predict, but you know, there are only a few options, more or less. Our president said he will give 4 stars to the one who predicts right state. I mean, it's for fun, right? There is no... You can always pick one. But yeah, the more, like, yeah... Unless you are, again, one of the strongest in the neighborhoods, where the amount of states you can fight is very limited, for the rest is, like, insane. It's really insane. I might not stay long after Canyon Clash. I'm very, very tired. The return flight and stuff like really killed me, so like a few questions after the after Canyon, and then I'll go. I cannot do that now, fair enough. I'm from 3269, so yeah, there are so many options for you as well. It's even worse because, you know, like states, have been opening a lot faster in 2000 and 3000. So for us, you know, like you might have twice more states that you could match against compared to me, for example. Because just states were opening twice faster compared to what I, you know. So yeah, good luck with predicting. I mean, you can be the one lucky, you know. You could be the one lucky. For Frostars, it was trying. You got burned for scoring 90 million. Were you first? With your 90 million point in King of Icefield? Or not even? I mean, some states are pretty strong about these things, yeah. And I'm actually, to be honest, I'm really surprised that not so many states are so, like, kind of, you know, military, let's say, about, you know, that kind of stuff. I would have expected so many more states to be very black and white with what you should and should not do. Like, I don't know. Like, you know, if Whiteout Survival was played as competitively as I played some other games, like you will have like the KOI ranking will be arranged. Like you will have to apply for it, you will have to queue. You will be given a rank and you will be, you know, assigned to, you know, you will be rank 6 and you're gonna spend to be rank 6. Things like that. And you cannot go beyond that person and stuff. That I would 100% see that kind of stuff happening in most of the game I've played competitively. That would make total sense to me. Like Whiteout is very, very casual for that. Very, very unorganized, and you can do the F you want in so many situations that is like not acceptable at all in many of the games. So, I mean, you get the shards, but yeah, it sucks to be burned for that. So what do you guys think that is? Do you know? So where we are, 5 minutes. I don't even pay attention, to be honest. Our middle is not really defended. I mean, you have Lena and Legend, so... I mean, to me, it will feel very natural, to be honest. So, but the culture on these games are very different somehow. So that's fine as well. Did they try to push for middle? That was nobody was inside. I did not follow, so you guys probably don't know as well. But now it's a bit more defended, I guess. Yeah, if I manage to be 9, I'm happy with that. Ah, I could not swap. I'm state 2000, we never lost prep. That's pretty cool. It's really hard to not lose prep. There's always the bigger fish, you know? Except for the bigger fish, but that never lasts forever, though. That's not always lasting forever. Easy peasy. Why my eyes are closing nearly? I'm nearly streaming eyes closed, you know, be in between the the comments or like actions. I mean, like then, like if you care to have the most efficient state possible, you don't want to waste resources for prep, you don't want to waste shards to going to the wrong people. Like when you see a farm ranking on KY, like that's a waste. That's a waste. That's clearly a waste. A farm should be a farm if you think about efficiency. So I would really not be surprised if like some states are run like very strictly. And on a war game where people spend crazy amount of money, like that's really, really surprising to me. That is not the case. But you know, that's a mobile game. That's not a PC game. That's not a, that's a very, you know, the graphic I think have a lot to do with it because it's attracting people that are a bit more casual and not as like serious about war and fighting. The expectation on the state is like nap 10 for the first few months, and you know, everyone is protected and everyone is safe and you cannot be burnt. That's a war game, you know, you play to burn people usually, this kind of game. So it's a very I don't know. It was really surprising when I started. No, I'm ready, you know, I understand. But when I started, I was really expecting something else. When I understood what kind of game it was, I was like, people don't take it seriously, if that makes sense. And they do at the same time. They do with their money, they do with their time. But I mean, that's pretty intense, Alex, like for both prep and battle. That's pretty nice. These are the best memories, you know, when you do play that kind of game, when you can have these like super, super harsh battle and barely win. So 1 minute. I'm still 9, so it's not crazy, but... I'm dying everywhere, so not gonna change anything though. But that's a GG. Good luck then. Good luck. So I might not stay for too long. If you have 1 or 2 questions, I can take them, but then I think I'm just gonna head to bed. I'll try to stay a bit longer tomorrow for Foundry if I could sleep and catch up a bit. But I really have a lot to do. Wow, that's pretty nice that we got some of these now. We used not to have that, right? Is that new? It's not a lot, but where are these coming from? Because the game is not saying personal merit ranking. So these are well done, Kenyon. Where are these showing in the game? You have rewards, so you have these for your alliance, which we were first. You have these for your ranking. That seems to be... oh. Did they buff that? Did you guys pay attention to if we get that kind of stuff before? Yeah, I think so they said, but I don't remember all the events from the top of my head. But that's pretty good, you know? I mean, you need like a freaking 6,000 of these, but... you know, it's still always better to get a tiny bit. So I'm gonna like, you know, as I close up the stream, if you guys have any questions, I'm gonna do like all my stuff I need to do. Yeah, nothing important here. I'm gonna do my arena, send my gatherers. I did bear. I think I did everything I needed to do. I'm not gonna do treasure hunter this time. I'm gonna keep it for the next one. I'm gonna make an updated guide for the next one. We have it. Hopefully it's not in a year, you know. Hopefully it's a bit sooner than that. Yes, good luck for prep. We'll know. I'll post on Discord when we know. But you know, we have a bit of a stronger state now with BNK being around. We kind of have a step up in power. So we lost a few people, like because we recruited a big group. And some people are not happy with the state that's more active and more competitive, and you know, it's harder to rank for rewards. You know, the more spender you have, the harder it gets. So we lost some people because of that, which is fair enough. I think, you know, if you don't have a competitive state, you will lose some people. If you have a too competitive state, you will lose some people either way. So you cannot please everyone. It is what it is. I'm not gonna do a lot FNX. Let's keep the arena running. Thank you, Leon. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for being here, everyone. I'll go in a few minutes. Gen 7, we don't get RFC from Canyon Clash rewards. Okay, so that's maybe a Gen 10 thing, right? That will make sense. But then it's a bit late to give you a bit more. I hope that it's a bit sooner than Gen 10, to be honest. That would be nice. But these T12 are like insane. And you know, I would assume if I had to bet, I would not be surprised that if like maybe not before summer, but like the big September update, like around summer, after summer, I would really not be surprised if we have FC13 to FC13. That would make all the sense in the world to me. So it's gonna be it's gonna be a tough. But that, I think that's really healthy for the game long term. I got beaten. What happened? I did not pay attention. I'll check it later. No, that's a teammate. But I'm wrapping up King Shot on the side. Wrapping up King Shot. Did I do my arena here as well? Wow. I've done that. Dude, I've done my arena. I'm really excited for in 10 days to get Rufus. I'm really regretting not having doing Hendrik, to be honest. For my arena, it's like it's such a bummer. So did we cross the 5K? Did we do it live? Because YouTube says 5K when I log in, but no, we are still at no new subs. No new subs yet, so no 5K. Not this time. It's gonna happen anyway, right? But the next stream is gonna be so for people that care to be here. Tomorrow it's gonna be Foundry. It's Legion 2, I think, again. Did you spot how to do the emojis? That's very simple, but I don't know if everyone did. I can show you after. And then next week I'm gonna try to catch up on videos that I did not do. So the expert, the new skin mods. What else I wanted to do? I'm gonna check the new events on state 1, I mean state 6, when it's live. So I'll try to do like a pre-overview, like the new battle 1v1 kind of event they gave us that we don't have Gen 10. I'll try to do something around that. So I think between maybe a stream on Tuesday to do like Crazy Joe as usual, Frostfire Mine, Crazy Joe with the new expert. So that's something I'll do on Tuesday. For sure, that makes sense to me. Or can I get one of these? That could be like a... Can I be 4? I cannot be 4. That's pretty competitive. We did 1 million points. Yeah, I did not do crazy points this time because of the holiday. What do you mean, mercs? You got mercs. Because I use mercs for mercenaries. But, oh, yeah, mercenaries I wanted to update. Oh, yeah, mercenary we have. 25 level. 25 levels. So easy peasy. And no, like, same rewards. I did not compare rewards, but that looks like the same rewards to me. You just get them faster. No refined fire crystals. Come on. Give us some. Give some fire crystal. Oh, we can do that. So I have new ratios. So someone sent me new ratios for that. So they were saying that for the... Let me take an image. I'll put them on Discord. I don't know if they work better because that's always based on your stats and your troops and shit. So it's never, you know, it's never that easy to say that these ratios are better than the one I posted. But we are doing the research center, the Hearth lab. So that's 52. That's a tiny, you know, very, very tiny change. See, one more level. And I did not really do research, so that's that could be because of the ratio. I'll put this on Discord if I can as well. I might need to update the labyrinth video. But there is a new options for like Gen 12 plus the ratio I posted the other day. So there is a lot of things to do. I really hope the max stays at FC10. Yeah, I don't disagree, and at the same time, I really think there is no way to not be the case. FC10 is so has been there for so many months for the older stage. It just makes no sense. What's up, Darky Gris? I'm good. I'm about to go offline though, but I'm good. The mercenary, there is a new difficulty for a little bit, so we are like I'm doing the latest difficulty. I'm 3 out of 5. Oh, we have rallies going. And this one I can take care of. That's the last one I need, so... That's the last one I need. But for us, at that stage of the game, to be honest, it's kind of easy to do. It's kind of easy to do, so there is no pressure on doing mercenary prestige. I can do them with my farm very easily. So that's, I don't know if it's a FC8 kind of, you know, scaled on FC8 maybe, Gen 8, I don't know. It's clearly FC10 and Gen 10, yeah, it's very easy. Because the farm is free to play and I don't really play it seriously, and I could clear it no problem with Gina and Bokan, so... I just had to put my gear on Gina and Bokan and I could do everything with Gina and Bokan, so it's like really It's like really so easy to do. It's not even like a challenge at all. But that's really nice because there are like so many events that cost stamina now that they, you know, cut the cost of stamina a lot. So, well, I need to train my. But see, like on a free-to-play like me, like I don't care about Frostfire Mine. Like I'm not gonna do anything here. I could totally skip her. You know, if you don't care about Frostfire Mine and you rank 50, you can nearly, you know, you do a bit of these just to get a bit of extra rewards and whatever, and. You know, you put her level 40 or whatnot, and you just, you know, just get the F out of here, I guess. So this is nearly maxed. So let's finish that tomorrow. Is that all good here? New research on the labyrinth. Yeah, that's pretty cool that they added some level. That's kind of that was meant to happen, I guess. So these are good as well. I could not do much, to be honest. I really could not do much. I'm really curious about the T12. I kind of want to look at it. I don't know if someone, you know. I don't know if there are more information. I don't know if they are in the file of the game. If someone data mined the files or something like that. I have no idea. Did not look at it, but. And this one, what the ratio for this one? Hero Forge, Dark Forge is 60. That's weird. That one is a bit weird to me, but we will see. 25. Let's see if we do a bit more. Yeah, then, and you know, you have some. Even the spenders, you have to keep the spenders busy. Imagine you spend like 100k on the account. You already played the game for 2 years and a half, and there is nothing for you to do. There is an expert, there is a pet, but like it's boring. It's just boring. So they need to find the balance with, you know, not having the free-to-play lagging too much behind. I think that great they gave us the experts and things to catch up, you know, on some of this stuff. Like we got a 9th, for example, something that, you know, I won't comment too much about, but we got a 9th. It used to be 8 a day. Now we have 9s of these. So it's between one or 3 fire crystal every day on top of that. Plus you are adding everything else, you know. Is it amazing? I don't know. It's better than nothing at least. So still far better than nothing. So yeah, I resized the window by mistake. Chill first. I'm probably not gonna stay first too long. BNK gonna kick my butt, to be honest, eventually. That's pretty good. That's going very well. So I've done my arena. I've done everything. I think I'm gonna go now. Just gonna collect that on King Shots. And I'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you Tuesday on live streams and then with videos. I might do a video tomorrow, but I don't know. I have really a lot of work to do, so like I have some accounting, personal tax, cleaning the house after the holidays, and you know, all the fun stuff, the garden to take care of. It's kind of like spring right here, so everything grew like crazy. So we'll see. Else is just a stream tomorrow evening. Thank you very much, everybody. Much love to you all. Hope you had a good one. Enjoy your Saturday. If you go to bed, good night. If you go out, enjoy life. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.